make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell to get all my uploads every day.
And for God's sakes, follow me on Twitter. What are you waiting for? Come on, go do it! Do it up, baby! What's up, my homies that know me, the chicks that dig me, and everybody who thinks I'm cool? I am the real Tourette Gamer, bringing you the truth in Call of Duty, guys. And in today's video is another episode of what YouTubers won't tell you. And today, I am going to bring you my method and my tips on how to get more headshots, faster, easier, quicker, all of that. Now, with headshots, there's really only two ways you can get them. One, you just play natural and they will come. But if you're looking to get them quick and you're looking to get all the camos unlocked, well, I got a few tips for you. Before we get into the tips, I'm pushing my Twitter, guys. If you guys can follow me on Twitter, @ReallyNoob, that's a noob with 3 O's. That way you can get all my updates, you guys can get all my good stuff, all my little tidbits, all my little rants, everything, and I'll probably even follow you back. So, with that said, baby, let's get into the first tip. And the first tip I'm going to tell you is play hardcore. Why hardcore, you ask? Well, it's simple. In hardcore, the kills come quicker. If you play hardcore, it takes one shot to the head to get the headshot. But if you play core, it might take anywhere up to 3 shots to get that headshot. So play hardcore. I like to play free-for-all, maybe even domination. Try and stay away from TDM. I don't know. It's weird with TDM. In my opinion and in my experience, I don't get as many headshots in TDM. I don't know why. But when you're playing free-for-all, there's a chance that you might run into 2 enemies that are battling each other, that are in a gunfight. And if that's the case, they're not going to know that you're there, and you can pick both of them off with a nice and easy headshot. Now, Dom's the same way. You know, with Dom, if you're running around the map and you see people trying to cap A, B, or C, and they're prone down facing the other way, boom, right there, that's an easy headshot. So play hardcore and play free-for-all or domination. Now, the next tip I'm going to give to you is use a stun grenade. Why a stun grenade, TTG? Well, it's easy. It's self-explanatory. When you stun someone, their movement is slow, they're kind of blinded. It's going to be hard for them to even get one shot on you, so you can just take your time and pick that head off, baby. It's very easy, so use a stun. And another thing you can do to add on to that is use Expeditionary. It's the division. Basically, when you max it out, you can resupply those stun grenades. So it's kind of like just like Scavenger, except for you're resupplying those stun grenades. And with that, check this out. Use the basic training Bang. And what that's going to give is it's going to give you 2 stun grenades. So if you can, you know, per life, if you can just use 2 stun grenades, get 2 headshots, go over an enemy, get another stun, get another headshot, you can rack the headshots up pretty darn quick. Now the next tip is very important, and that is use a UAV. If you don't use a UAV, first off, I don't even know why you're not using the UAV. The UAV is the most overpowered thing in this game right now. But if you don't use the UAV, use a UAV, because you're going to know where the enemies are, and you can play a little stealthy. So if you're in the mid-map, you pop your UAV or whatever it's called, recon aircraft, whatever it's called, and you see a guy coming from the left or right side of you, you can crouch down, aim a little high, and boom, pick his head off. And a little extra tip with that is when you're aiming, try and aim a little higher. I know it's kind of weird and hard to do, but usually, you know, you can feel where your thumb is. And first off, you don't want to tense your thumb up. You don't want to tense your hand up. You don't want to press hard, because that's literally going to just make it even harder for you to aim. And I know it sounds a little weird, but it really does happen. Like when you're pressing on the thumbstick or your control freak and tensing up your hand in the middle of a gunfight, which most people probably do, it messes up your aim. But aim a little higher. And how you can do that is just take your thumb on your aiming stick and just kind of move it up a little bit. just, you know, if you move it up a little bit, it will basically make your aim go up. And another thing you can do is actually take off foregrip. Why take off foregrip? Foregrip is one of the most important perks. It controls the recoil. Well, if you're going for headshots, you might not want to control the recoil. A lot of the recoil on the guns in Call of Duty World War II will go up. So if you don't have grip on it, your aim will gradually go up. So, with that said, if you take foregrip off and you go and you snap onto a target, boom, your recoil, if you don't control the recoil, it'll go up, and that's a little tidbit to get headshots. It's not always going to work, but it's one of those good tips to keep in mind. The next tip I have for you is challenge head glitches. And if you don't know what a head glitch is, I mean, it's been around Call of Duty for years now. It's basically when your enemy is behind something and their head is the only thing that shows, and it's frustrating when you get killed by a head glitcher. But challenge head glitchers, because if their head is sticking out, it's going to make for an easy target. You can only hit one part of their body when they're head glitching, and that is their head. So challenge all head glitchers. Maybe even head glitch yourself to give yourself a little protection. My next tip I want to give to you is watch out for campers and AFKs. Now with campers, if you run up on a camper, chances are they're already ADSing, and if they're not even aware that you're next to them, all you need to do is just aim, take your time, and get that headshot. It's that simple. So look out for campers. I mean, there's a lot of campers, especially if you play hardcore. There are tons of campers, and there are tons of opportunities. And I've seen it all the time. There's tons of opportunities where I see a camper just ADS and have no idea where you are or you're behind him, and you can just get that easy headshot. And AFK, what AFK means, basically away from keyboard, but obviously it's going to be controller unless you play PC or unless you keyboard and mouse on the console and you're a douche like that. But look for AFKs. If you see someone that's AFK, or sometimes even before they spawn, like they literally have to wait a second. Like I've seen that so many times. You literally have to wait a second, then you begin to move. That's another opportunity just to pick off the headshots. Just gradually and easily aim for the head and shoot him. Now, my next tip is for those core players. If you do not want to play core, you can get away with playing core. Domination, core, free-for-all, I mean, I don't know, you can play any game mode, to be honest with you. I'm not telling you how to play, I don't do that. But use high caliber, and high caliber is attachment, and it basically just increases your headshot damage. So if you're playing core, it might turn, you know, it might turn it into a one-shot, you never know. With high, you know, if you have a high damaging gun, you know, it might turn that headshot into a one-shot. And my last tip for you is use reflex sight. Reflex sight is there for a reason. It's a reticle. It makes it easier to aim. The accuracy goes up. Now, some of the reflex sights you have to unlock, some of the reticles, and it's kind of lame how you have to unlock it. I mean, I think if I can remember, on assault rifles, you have to use the 4x zoom just to get the red dot sight. Whatever the red dot sight is in the game. That's kind of lame, but some of the other reticles are pretty good. But use a reticle, it'll be much easier to aim, especially if you're using a stun. If you use a stun, you stun them, you can use that reticle, pinpoint them right on their head. Anyways, guys, those are my tips for easy headshots. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new and watch all my content. Please share my videos all over Twitter and Facebook, and hit that notification bell to be alerted on all my streams and uploads, guys. My one goal this year is to become a famous YouTuber, so I can use all the help I could, guys. So I appreciate it. So that is going to do it for the video. And don't forget, every video, write down your class setups. I'm going to start running the class setup videos of the class setup you have picked and put in the comment section. I'll give you a personal shout out, some tips to use the class, and some maybe some things to change to it, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you with the rest of this gameplay of domination. So stay cool, fool, don't hate, eat some cake, thick thighs and bright eyes, and as always, guys, keep on grinding.
Enemy contact at Bertha. Bertha is overrun. Securing Bertha. We need reinforcements. Taking A. We hold Bertha. Taking A. Anton is ours. Enemy taking A. We control the battlefield. Enemy capturing Anton. Control all objectives. Hold the line. Losing objective Kaiser. Kaiser is taken. Counter-attack. Dropping RIZE-Esportz. Recon searching for targets.
Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure you watch the previous video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you guys have a nice day.